So we've gone through a lot today, I appreciate.
Kuningi sikufundile namhlanje lokho kungijabulisayo.
But if there's any point in particular that anyone would like me to go over, please feel free to ask.
Makhona iphuzu ufuna ukuthi siliphinde futhi ngicela ukhululeke ubuze.
Hi, Curtis. I just need clarity on two points. The transition fourth to fifth, the issue of those 10 kings, and
Okay, so
Tata, you can translate.
okay, so uyabingelela uD and then ufuna ukucaciselwa inguquko ebakhona ukusuka kulo wesine kuya kulona wesihlanu.
the 10 kings, who specifically was the gatekeepers and why the the Democratic Party couldn't be a gatekeeper. I just need clarity on that one.
Ukuthi kutheni lamazwe lana alishumi ngabagcini sango nokuthi kutheni i-Republican Party ingakwazanga ukuba ingabagcini sango.
I understood the second question a bit clearer. What was the first one?
Were all the 10 kings in the transition fourth to fifth, were they all gatekeepers or the last three?
Ukucacisa nje ukuthi pha kulo mbuso lo wesi-4 nowesi-5 ingabe lamazwe wonke alishumi ebengabo abagcini sango and kulo mnye umbuzo ukuthi kutheni ama-Democrats bengakwazanga ukuba ngabagcini sango.
So if we think of these 2 points,
masicinga ke ngalamaphuzu amabili
and what's happening in this history,
ukuthi kwenzakalani kulo mlando lona.
In my study today, I've just used the number 10 symbolically.
Ndiye ndasebenzisa ke unumber 10 ngokomfanekiso.
So we know that in 476, when Western Rome collapses,
siyayazi ke ngo-476 xa ubuhulumeni baseRoma eWestern Rome busiwa,
there were 10 Germanic tribes that held territory in the Roman territory.
Kubokhona lama-tribe okanye lezi tribes ezilishumi ezibiphethe ezibinamandla okanye zibiphethe kulo buhulumeni baseRoma.
So each of these held their own form of power in their territories.
Bebenamandla kwizixuku kwindawo zabo apho babephethe khona.
And they start coalescing around 2 different forms of Christianity.
Baqalisa ke ngoku ukujonga kubuChristianity obubili obuvelayo.
7 of them adopt the papacy's version of Christianity, to put it simply.
Aba bayi-7 bathatha okanye bamkela le ndlela ipapacy ibonisa ngayo iChristianity.
So if we were to say, to start things off, they're all gatekeepers.
Masingaqala mhlambe sithi bonke belishumi benjalo bangabagcini sango.
These 7 become papal.
Aba bayi-7 baba yingxenye yepapacy.
And these 3 adopt an Arian version of Christianity.
And then aba bathathu ke bagcina inkolelo leno yama-Arian.
And so the papacy didn't have a problem with these 7 because they were already ideologically aligned.
Ipapacy ke ayibinangxaki nalaba bayi-7 ngenxa yokuthi bahamba kunye okanye bathetha into efanayo.
But these 3 needed to be killed, or as the verse say, plucked up.
Kodwa ke iverse yona ithi aba bathathu kwakunyanzeleke ukuthi basuswe okanye babulawe.
And so once those three are plucked up in those words,
Ke aba bathathu ke xa besuswa okanye bebulawa,
we remain with 7.
siyashiyeka ke laba bayi-7.
Literally,
benjalo 7 nje ngakuloo number leyo.
but I've used the number 10 symbolically to try and demonstrate an idea.
Then ndasebenzisa ke esi sithombe sakanumber 10 ukubonisa into ethize.
So I know it's 7 literal kings that remain.
Ndiyayazi ukuthi zi-7 iinkosi ezasalayo.
But the remainder continue that function of gatekeeping.
Labo basalayo baqhubeleka ukugcina isango.
We know they're gatekeepers because if they're happy, then the papacy is all good. If they're unhappy with the papacy is removed.
Siyayazi ukuthi xa bejabulile ipapacy nayo izojabula, kodwa uma bengajabulanga ipapacy nayo izosuswa.
So when we come to modern day,
Kodwa ke xa siza apha kwixesha lokugqibela,
I'm using that 10 as a symbol.
ndisebenzisa ke lo 10 lwana njengomfanekiso.
And the plucking up, I'm not looking for 3 literal entities.
Ukususwa ke kwento ezintathu andijongi ke ukuthi kuba khona into ezintathu ezizosuswa nasexesheni lokuphela.
I understand it as the takeover of the old Republican Party to put in place a new Republican Party.
Ndiqonda ngokuthi ke kukususwa kwe-Republican Party endala ukufaka kwe-Republican Party entsha.
Does that make sense?
Ingabe lokho kuletha umqondo?
To your first question.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
So the second question
Umbuzo wesibili
was, why not the Democratic Party? Why not the Democrats?
Ingabe kutheni ama-Democrat wona bebengakwazi ukuba ngabagcinisanga?
So in politics,
Kwezopolitiki ke,
at least how the USA operates is that it became a two-party system.
ngale ndlela iMelika isebenza ngakho iba kusebenza ipolitiki amaqembu amabili.
And both parties have the same responsibility.
Amaqembu amabili ke aba ne-responsibility efanayo.
To ensure that a demagogue or someone with bad ideas doesn't become president.
Ukubonakalisa ukuthi umuntu onemicabango engalunganga akakwazi ukuba i-president.
So even though at one level they're in competition,
Noma ke xa ujonga kwelinye icala sometimes baba kuqhugelwano kwi-competition.
in another perspective, they have this unwritten agreement
Kodwa xa ujonga ngenye indlela futhi kuba khona imvumelwano lena engabonakaliyo.
that as much as we want to win, we won't go to all costs. We won't do it at the expense of democracy.
Ukuthi ke noba ke singavumelani asinokwazi ude siye apho sizolimaza khona amalungelo okanye idemocracy.
So fundamentally, both parties are gatekeepers.
Kakuhle zombini amaqembu angamagcinisanga.
But as soon as that bad woman identifies where she can enter, which gate she can go through,
Xa kubona lo mfazi lona abone ukuthi hey mna ndizosebenzisa isango okanye isango elithile.
just like we saw how those 7 kings adopted papal ideology,
njengeke sibibonile ukuthi eziyi-7 inkosi ziye zathatha okanye zavuma imfundiso lena ye-PayPal,
and so didn't put up a resistance.
khange banqabe lutho.
They let the papacy through the gate
Bayekelela ipapacy ukuthi ingene ngesango.
because they also wanted something. Let's just remember that.
Ngenxa yokuthi nabo ikhona into bebefuna ukuyizuza kwipapacy.
When we try to identify which specific gatekeeper the bad woman goes into a relationship with,
Xa sifuna ukujonga ke ukuthi lo wesifazane ufuna ungena ebudlelwaneni nowuphi kwaba bagcinisango,
the story becomes which of these political parties ends up betraying the people for their own self-interests.
kubonisa ukuthi leliphi iqembu eliye liyekelele livume ukuthi lo wesifazana athathe indawo.
And without going into too much detail now,
Xa ndingangenanga kwi-details kodwa,
what we see from the Republican Party has been this change over time
kuba khona uguquko olu luba khona kule party lena ye-Republican
in its adoption of that bad woman's ideology, Trumpism.
apho bona bathatha okanye bathatha imfundiso yalo wesifazana lo sithi Trumpism.
And the Democrats don't cave so easily.
Kodwa ke sibona ama-Democrats enganikezeli kalula.
So that side of the coin ends up becoming noise to our story.
Kodwa ke elo cala lekhwayini ke liba yingcono kuthina
because they do their job. They don't, I'll say this badly, sign a deal with the devil.
Ngenxa yokuthi akho apho batyikitya khona imvumelwane nomtyholi.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Yes, it does, Curtis. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah.
Curtis, I have a question.
Hi, Tina.
Hi. Could you say that both the Republican and the Democrats are both gatekeepers in a way? Could you say that?
Ingabe uyakwazi ukuthi ama-Republicans ne-Democrats bangabagcinisango bobabini?
So, as I was answering Doreen's question,
njengodwa ndiphendula umbuzo lobuzwa nguDoreen,
I tried demonstrating functionally that yes,
ndibonisile ke ukuthi ewe kunjalo.
And what I mean by that is if you look in terms of real life,
ngenxa yokuthi xa ujonga ke kwinto ezenzekalayo apha empilweni,
you can see both parties forming this, doing this job of gatekeeping.
Ngenxa yokuthi amabini amaqembu ayenza lo msebenzi wokugcina sana.
But when we try to answer things prophetically now,
kodwa ke xa sesijonga siphendula izinto ngokwesimoya prophetically,
we need to identify what is noise and what the story is about.
Nifanga sikwazi ukubona ukuthi ingxolo yintoni nokuthi ibali lingantoni.
And the story is about the gatekeepers that fail.
Ibali lingaba bantu aba bahlulekayo ukugcinisango.
Who align themselves with the ideas of the woman.
Aba bazibandakanya nemicabango yalo wesifazane.
And when it's read through that framework of Revelation 17,
xa ifundwa ke ngaleyo ndlela leyo ka-Revelation chapter 17,
through the eyes of prophecy,
ngale ndlela ye-prophecy,
then the Democrats end up being noise.
Ama-Democrat agcina aba yingxolo.
What I mean by noise is that they're not the center of the story.
Into endizama uyithetha xa sithi yingqwalo ababi yingxenye yebala
Where the Republicans are.
apho ama-Republicans aba ingxenye yebala.
Does that answer you, Tina?
Yes, in a way.
Okay, which is the other way that it didn't answer you?
Ewe, iyandiphendula kodwa ngendlela ethile. Yeyiphi ke ngoku indlela endingaphendulanga ngayo ke?
Right.
No.
You said, I thought someone was speaking. The Democrat, right? Prophetically speaking, the Republicans are, you could say, the important ones, right? And then the Democrats are just noise. So could you just say, yeah?
Ungathi ke ama-Republicans ibona ababalulekile and then ama-Democrats ababalulekanga?
So regardless of whether the Democrats agree with Trump being president or not is not really important. Just
Ukuthi
their
i-Democrats,
opinions don't really matter.
ama-Democrats ukuthi ayavumelana no-Donald Trump, ingabe lokho akubalulekanga okanye nje kwenzakalayo?
So what I tried explaining
Into engizama ukuyibonisa ke
was that what matters is which entity aligns itself with the woman.
into ndibifuna uyiveza nje ukuthi ngowuphi ozibandakanya nalo wesifazane
With Trump.
no-Trump, ozibandakanya no-Trump.
And so its ideas do matter,
Imicabango yakhe inomthelela,
but they matter in the context of Trump.
zibalulekile xa kuhambiselana nalento.
And because we see resistance from the Republican Party to that bad woman,
Xa sibona ke i-resistance ebakhona kulo wesifazana,
that doesn't become this story that we've told of gatekeepers.
ayisililo elibali esithetha ngalo manje
Ends up not being a story of the Democrat Party.
ayigcine libali lama-Democrats.
So if anyone wants to run for president in November,
Ma umuntu efuna ukuba upresident ngeli xesha lakaNovember,
they can do it as an independent, but they're not going to get very far.
bangakwazi uzenzela bebodwa kodwa ke soze baye kude abo bantu labo.
So the most effective way to get access to the president is to go through these parties.
Xa ufuna uya kubupresident kufanele udlule kwezi party zombini.
And so candidates are going to see which route they're going to take.
Ama-candidates, aba bantu abafuna uba ngopresident bazojonga ukuthi yeyiphi indlela endingayisebenzisa ukuthi ndifike phaa esihlalweni.
So hypothetically, Trump has a choice. Is he going to run as a Republican or a Democrat?
UTrump ke unendlela ezimbini ukuthi uzofuna uba nguyi-Republican okanye uzoba yi-Democrat.
And he decides to run as a Republican, and Kamala decides to run as a Democrat.
Kodwa ke uTrump simbona ezikhethela ukuthi yena uzohamba njenge-Republican noKamala Harris ezohamba njenge-Democrat.
So now the Democrats' job is to identify whether Kamala is a good woman or a bad woman.
I-Democrats ke umsebenzi wawo ukuthi babone ukuthi uKamala Harris ingabe ngumfazi olungileyo okanye ngumfazi olungileyo.
That's their constrained job.
Ngumsebenzi wabo lowo.
They need to worry about Kamala.
Fanga bakhathazeke ngoKamala.
The Republicans, once Trump says, I want to run as a Republican, their constrained job.
I-Republicans ke umsebenzi wawo xa uTrump esithi naye ufuna ukuba ubalekela ukuba upresident,
is to see, is Trump a bad woman or a good woman?
ufaka ingabe uTrump ungumfazi olungileyo okanye angumfazi olungileyo.
And depending on what conclusion the Republicans and the Democrats come to,
Kuxhomekeka ke ukuthi izeziphi izigqibo abafikelela kuzo
determines whether that person can go on their ticket.
kuxhomeka ukuthi ingabe lo mntu lo uyakwazi ukungena kula matiketi wama-Democrats okanye ama-Republicans.
So this story of the bad woman
Elibali ke lo mfazi omubi
because this bad woman decided to run on a Republican ticket,
ngenxa yokuthi lo owesifazana omubi ukhethe ukuya esihlalweni esebenzisa i-Republican.
the story ends up being about them.
Ibali ligcina iba ngabo
And whether they gatekeep the presidency effectively.
ingabe ke bayakwazi ukugcina isango ngokufaneleyo yini.
That answered the missing bit, Tina?
Ingabe lokho
Yes.
kuphendula
Yes, it
lokho okusele okuncane.
Right.
In short, it is nice just to see the prophetical how it's actually playing out.
Do you want to translate that?
Noko kuyavuyisa ubonisa ukuthi prophetically nokonke lokho kusho ukuthini.
I agree. Because if we think about the progression of the Great Controversy,
Ngenxa yokuthi xa ujonga inkqubeleko ekhona kwemfazwe phakathi kukaThixo noTyholi,
at least in the story that I'm telling,
kakhulu kweli bali mna ndithetha ngalo,
seeing how modern day politics operates,
xa ujonga ke ezobupolitiki ukuthi zisebenza kanjani kweli xesha esiphila kulo,
and what the issues at hand are,
ukuthi zeziphi izinto okukhulunywa ngazo kwamanje,
help us understand what the Great Controversy is about.
isincedisa ukuthi sibone ukuthi i-great controversy ingantoni kahle kahle.
And as I've at least explained through this one lens,
Njengokuthi ndikwazile ukubonisa nje ngale ndlela eyodwa,
the power invested in the seat of power, your government,
amandla asuke efakiwe kwesi sihlalo ebuhulumeni bakho,
is what's at stake in the Great Controversy, or is what it's about, if I can put it that way.
It's all. Can you say that again?
What the Great Controversy is about?
I-great controversy ingalokho kahle.
What kind of executive power should exist in ruling the universe?
Ingabe ke ngawaphi amandla afangabe khona ukubusa umhlaba? Curtis, information overload. You make us to think a lot now.
Sure, I don't want to. So you brought up a good point.
Yeah,
which is that this has been a lot of information.
Information, ulwazi luningi kakhulu.
So I'm at your behest to stop whenever you want me to.
Bakhona abantu abanemibuzo bangabuza kodwa ke ndiredi ukuthi I have a question, but I think I'll just send you the question. My question is actually centered around the you know how we used to think the Sunday law all about the issue of Sunday, and now we are saying it's actually to do a lot to do with the subject of voting. Now, how do we see the increase of knowledge and the formalization? Are they going to be explaining more of this waymark of 2024 to be able to understand the close of probation than what we used to think before?
Do you
Is
want to
that
translate that?
so? Umbuzo wami kwakuthi kahle ukuthi indlela sibe-understanda ngayo i-Sunday law, sibekade sicinga i-Sunday law njengomthethosonto, kodwa loo nto leyo ayiseyiyo manje. It's umthethosonto sibona kuthethwa ngendaba ze-vote. So ke ingabe ukwanda kolwazi nokuformaliza kolwazi kuzosilekelela ukuthi sibone ukuthi what was 2024 all about, nokuthi-ke i-close of probation ingantoni. Yes,
That's a study for another day.
that's a study for another day. No, it's fine.
Hello, Curtis.
Hi, Deborah.
Thank you for the study, but you know, according to I want to understand clearly how 2024 we are in it is the seventh kingdom. I don't know what is exactly, because if I want to understand clearly how it became in the seventh kingdom where we are now. It is, for me, maybe it is not clear very well to myself, so that I can digest it and put in mind prophetically how it happened.
Sure,
Because
that's a good question.
you have explained politically, but spiritually, I didn't understand.
Sure, that's a good
Can you
question.
summarize that, please?
Yes, so the question is
Umbuzo ukuthi
to explain again or succinctly
ndichaze kabanzi ukuthi
what we mean by the seventh kingdom
sisho ukuthini masithi umbuso wesikhombisa
and its relationship to the Sunday law.
ebudlalweni bayo nomthethosonto.
How did we get here?
Ungabe sifike kanjani apho?
I'll try and give a short answer.
Ngizolinga ke ukuthi ngiphendule kamfishane.
Keyword try.
Ngizolinga nje kakhulu.
Because I know myself.
Ngenxa yokuthi ke ngiyazazi ngiphendula.
So one thing that becomes important as we understand these kingdoms
Into ebalulekile xa sesiqonda le mibuso lena
is that we've always viewed them as evil entities or bad things.
sibilokho sizibuka njengento ezimbi okanye imibuso engalungile.
The kingdom of God is good and the kingdoms of this world are satanic.
Imibuso yalomhlaba mibi, umbuso kaNkulunkulu ulungile.
And then we said, okay, but number 6 is the one good one out of all those 7.
Ngisathi ke lona owe-6 ke ngowona ke alright olungileyo phakathi kwale yonke lena ekhona.
Does that sound familiar, Deborah, of how we would
Ingabe
frame it?
Ingabe
Yes,
lokho
that
kwenza
one.
umqondo ukuthi
Yes.
sibekade sikhuluma kanjalo?
But as time has gone on, what we've come to recognize
Njenge ixesha selidlulile ke sikwazi ukubona ukuthi kwenzakalani.
is that these kingdoms are not evil.
Into esiyibonile ukuthi le mibuso lena ayikho mibi ngaloo ndlela esibicabanga ngayo,
to start off with.
ukuthi singaqala apha.
What I mean by that is that the evilness of a kingdom
Ukuthi ububi bobuhulumeni
is determined by its relationship with, we'll say, that bad woman in Revelation 17.
buxhomekeke ebudlelaneni bayo nalo omubi wesifazana osimthetha ngayo phaa kwincwadi yezipilelo 17.
Any kingdom, whether it's Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, Rome,
Noba ngophi umbuso ke, noba sithetha ngeBhabhiloni, iGreece okanye iRome,
they're created for one purpose:
zidalelwe into eyodwa,
to serve your needs, to serve the needs of its people.
ukuthi zona zifezekise izidingo zabantu abaloo ndawo.
That's why they rise up.
Kungakho ziphakama okanye zivuswa ziba khona.
So when we talk about the seventh kingdom,
Kodwa ke xa sithetha ngalo mbuso lona wesikhombisa, wesi-7,
before we would say this seventh kingdom is really bad,
sibizothi ke thina ke lo mbuso lona wesi-7 yho mubi kakhulu.
sorry, and so its beginning would be marked by the Sunday law.
Ukuqala kwayo ke singathi ke kuqala apha kwi-Sunday law.
But if we take what I said before into consideration,
Masithatha le nto ndike ndayithetha ngaphambili siyibukisise kakuhle,
that these kingdoms come to power to do a job, which is to serve the people.
ukuthi ke le mibuso lena iqala kakuhle izofezekisa ukusebenzela abantu.
And if we know that the Sunday law is the way mark where things go bad,
Apho xa saziyo ukuthi i-Sunday law kulapho izinto zingenzeki khona kahle,
and kingdoms, before they become bad, are good,
imibuso phambi kokuthi ime mibi iqala imihle,
start off good.
iqala i-right.
So my suggestion is that this seventh kingdom has a period of time where it's doing good things.
Ndifuna ukuthi ke lo mbuso lona wesi-7 uba nexesha apho uqala khona ulungile.
Joe Biden as president is doing a good job. He's serving the needs of the people.
President Joe Biden uqala ke right esenza amalungelo wabantu.
But when you're married, when you're a married king,
Kodwa ke mawuyinkosi eshadile,
Deborah, what can't you do when you're a married king?
yini lo ngafanele kuyenzile xa uyinkosi eshadile?
What comes to your mind that kings shouldn't do when they're married?
Yintoni eza
Be a good wife.
If they're married to a good woman, what shouldn't they do?
Xa beshade emfazini olungileyo yintoni abangafanele bayenze?
They're walking down the street holding hands with their wife.
Bahamba esitradini ke bebambene izandla.
Does anyone want to jump in?
Yes, they are not supposed to lust for another woman. Akufanele balangazelele omnye wesifazane, the one who's passing by.
So their eyes just have to stay focused on that good woman that they're married to.
Fanga amehlo abo agcineke apha nje kulo wesifazane obamshadileyo, bafake ama-worklap.
And if their eyes start wandering to look at bad women,
Xa amehlo abo eqalisa ejonga abafazi abangalunganga,
the Bible classifies that as fornication,
iBhayibhile ke ithi lokho iyi-fornication.
because this relationship is starting where it shouldn't.
Ngoba ke ubudlelwane buqala apho kubungafanelanga buqala khona.
So in Revelation 17, it says these kings commit fornication with this bad woman.
Yithi ke ezinkosi zenza ubudlelwane nalo wesifazane abangafani bayenze ubudlelwane nawo.
So this waymark, or what we call the Sunday law,
So le waymark lesibiza iSunday law.
in the past, as Tato demonstrated, we would identify it as the presidency or as laws being passed about Sunday.
Siyayazi ukuthi ngexesha elidlulileyo sibizothi ke imithetho sonto edluliswayo.
But what I described earlier was that instead we should be looking for waymarks that lead to greater consequences.
Kodwa ke ndathi ke mna ke fanga sijonge kwi-waymarks eziletha imiphumelo engemihle.
So we want to see the consequences that come up during the Sunday law period. Where did it all begin?
Ukuthi ke imiphumela engemihle iqale kuphi kahle phambi kweSunday law.
And if we trace it back, we can see it begins when this presidency starts lusting after women it shouldn't be looking at.
Ukuthi ke iqalisa apho iqalisa ilangazelela abafazi engafanele balangazelele.
At a high level, does that make sense, Deborah?
Ngabe
Yes.
lokho kuletha umqondo Deborah?
Good. I'm
Yes,
glad
indeed.
that made a bit of sense.
Siyabonga ukuthi lokho kuye kwaletha umqondo.
Letwin, I can see your hand.
Lethu, siyabona isandla sakho.
I've got two questions, but they're very short. So the first one,
Nemibuzo emibili.
according to Revelation 17 verse 10, the seven kings, the seventh one, when he comes, he shall come for a short time. So since the seventh kingdom is beginning in 2021, does the short time begin there? For a short space, it says for a short space.
Okay.
Tato.
So umbuzo ukuthi ngokuya ngoRevelation chapter 17 verse 10 kuthethwa ngexesha elifishane. Ngabe ixesha elifishane liqala pha ngo-2021. Is that right, Twin?
Yeah. And then when the beast comes with the 10 kings later in 2024, then that's when the 1 hour starts.
Okanye le 1 hour iqala apha ku-2024 xa kusa ezinkosi ezilishumi.
That's how
Actually,
I
Tato,
understand. Yeah. Oh, carry on.
No, it's fine.
So that's how I understand it, at least.
Indlela emna ndiqonda ngayo
Is that the seventh kingdom comes to dominion at this point, it starts ruling.
ukuthi lo mbuso wes-7 uba namandla okanye uqalisa ubusa ngeli xesha.
And that's what this short space is describing.
Yiyo le nto ixesha elincinci ekhuluma ngakho.
And this 1 hour where the beast exists.
And i-1 hour ke isho uqala apha ku-2024
is a subset of that short space.
Ingxenye yale short yeli xesha elincinci elivezwayo.
Which we can demonstrate that by seeing the distinction between a head and a beast.
Lapho singakwazi ukubonisa khona ukohlukana phakathi kwentloko naso isilo.
So at a high level, a head is just a king, which is a political institution with power.
Intloko i-institution nje enamandla kuphela.
And once that thing gets captured or adopts the ideas of the woman, it can be called a beast.
Loo nto leyo, lo institution xa seqalisa ithatha le micabango yalo wesifazana ke kulapho ke siye sithi khona sisilo.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. And then
So
the other one, the statement you made saying that the great controversy is centered on the type of presidents. Plato.
omnye ke umbuzo ke ngulo ukuthi ke imfazwe enkulu igxile kakhulu kwindlela yokuphatha yobuhulumeni.
On how much power the president has, whether it's restrained or unrestrained.
Ukuthi ke i-president inamandla aphelele okanye amandla lana abanjiweyo.
If you don't mind, please clarify for me, because even in an unrestrained presidency, you know, he can still serve the people, can still do good.
Ngicela ngicacisele ukuthi noba ke ingabanjwanga iyakwazi ukwenza okuhle.
Sure.
Yeah, so I want to understand my mind. Yeah.
Ngifuna ukuqonda ke apho.
So I specifically, at least when talking about the great controversy,
Ndibithetha ngemfazwe lenkulu.
didn't use the words restrained and unrestrained.
Khange ndisebenzise amagama ukubanjwa nongabanjwa.
The reason why is because when we look at that sixth kingdom,
Isizathu kungenxa yokuthi xa ujonga lo mbuso lona we-6,
the reason it gets restrained is because it's been given a whole load of power.
kungenxa yokuthi already seyinawo amandla amakhulu eseyinawo.
So if it didn't have all that power, there'd be no need for it to be restrained.
Kungenxa yokuthi if ibinikeze wonke lamandla kubungazuba khona isidingo sokuthi abanjwe okanye abotshwe lamandla lawo.
If they were to do it correctly, they wouldn't create such a powerful presidency and then put chains around it.
Bebengasoze benze ubupresident obunamandla kangaka, kodwa ke emveni kwalokho bathathe okanye babugcine okanye bubanjwe.
So a good design would be a system of government where you don't have so much power in the first place, in one central place.
If bebeyenze kahle, kusho ukuthi ke kubungasoze kube khona ubupresident obuba namandla ngalendlela endaweni eyodwa.
So now thinking about the great controversy,
Kodwa xa ucinga ngale mfazwe enkulu,
I gave a brief answer to a complex topic.
ndiye ndanikezela ngempendulo elula kumbuzo obujulile.
In saying that the great controversy is about forms of government.
Ngokuthi umfazwe enkulu ibandakanyeka nendlela yokubusa.
And what type of government the government of the universe should be.
Ukuthi ke umbuso welizwe kahle kahle ufanele kube njani.
So if we say restrained power is no good,
masithi ke ukubanjwa kwamandla akulungile,
ultimate power is no good,
amandla amaningi awalungile,
we're left with something that's weak.
sishiyeka ke nento engesenawo amandla,
which I'm suggesting is good.
Le sithi thina iyona elungile.
So your question specifically was,
umbuzo wakho kahle kahle ubusithi,
so how come now when we look at the seventh kingdom and we have this less restrained presidency or government,
kuthini xa sijonga lo mbuso we-7 and sibuka ukuthi kukho lo president ongabanjwanga onamandla wonke?
between 2021 and 2024, how come it's still good and it's still serving the people?
ukusukela ngo-2021 ukufika ngo-2024 kutheni sithi ilungile and kutheni sisithi isakwazi ukuncedisa okanye ukunceda abantu?
The problem is that when we do a study,
Ingxaki ilapha xa senza isifundo,
the point of the study has to be confined to the context of the study.
intoni? The context of the study should be confined to what?
I don't even know what I said.
I-
The context of the study.
Oh,
Yeah.
ingqithi yesifundo fanka igxile kweso sifundo leso.
So when I'm using the words good and bad,
Xa ndisebenzisa la magama okuhle nokubi,
it's specifically in relationship to how that kingdom or that presidency relates to bad women.
kakuhle kuxhomekeka ukuthi ibandakanyeka kanjani okanye inobudlelwane obunjani kulo wesifazane,
And whether it serves the people or not.
ukuthi isebenzela abantu okanye kanjani.
But if we're going to take that out the picture and then now start talking about centralization of power,
Xa sizothatha loo nto leyo sibeke ukuthi amandla fanka nje agxile emntwini oyedwa,
and not a study about fornication and the Sunday law,
cha ayisosifundo it's not the study, right?
and
Ayisosifundo.
if we were to do a study that's not about fornication at the Sunday law,
Xa sibingayenza isifundo esingathethi ngokukrexeza kwalo ngokukrexeza nomthetho sonto,
and it was just about the accumulation of executive power,
sithethe nje ngokuthi ngokuqokelelwa kamandla wobupresident,
then what we could demonstrate
into esibizokwazi ukuyibonisa
is that too much power is bad, full stop.
ukuthi amandla amaninzi awalungile,
Because as the saying goes,
njengoko abantu bethetha ke,
power corrupts
amandla ayangcolisa,
and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
kodwa amandla
absolute power
angabanjiwe
corrupts absolutely.
angcolisa okogqitha.
What that is trying to articulate, what that is trying to say,
Eyona nto le nto elingukuyithetha ithi,
is that because humans are inherently selfish,
ngenxa yokuthi abantu kahle abalunganga enhlizweni, banomona,
we tend to look after ourselves.
siye sijonge kakhulu ubuthina.
And so if there's one sure way to fail,
And xa ujonga ke ukuthi uvele umuntu azokwazi ukohluleka,
it's to hand humans power.
ukuthi ke lo muntu lo abe namandla,
And they will end up corrupted.
and abo bantu abazogcina ke benjani, bengcolile,
Because power has this way of corrupting the holder of that power, no matter who it is.
ngenxa yokuthi amandla anendlela okungcolisa lowo osuke waphethe lo mandla lawo,
Even if it's God.
noba ke enguNkulunkulu.
So the type of God that you would want to serve
uThixo owena ongafisa ukumkhuleka,
or even, or let me say that I would want to serve,
okanye uThixo omna ndingarhalela ukumkhonza okanye ukumnqula,
is a God that does not have absolute power.
nguThixo ongenawo amandla wonke.
Because I know I'm made in God's image,
Ngenxa yokuthi ndiyayazi ukuthi ndenziwe emfanekisweni wakaNkulunkulu,
and just as much as power corrupts me, I know that power can corrupt God.
ndiyayazi ukuthi njengamandla akwazi ukungcolisa mna, ndiyayazi noThixo ke ngokunjalo angakwazi ukungcola ngenxa yamandla.
Which is why that seventh kingdom falls.
Kungakho ke sibonayo ukuthi lena ye-7 iyawa, umbuso lona we-7 uyawa.
Because there's a greater chance that it gets corrupted in a way that the sixth didn't.
Ngenxa yokuthi I got distracted by the sorry.
Sure. It's able to get corrupted in a way that the sixth, for most of its life, didn't.
Iyakwazi ukungcola ngeli xeshana apho lena eye-6 umbuso khange ukwazi ukungcola empilweni yayo ende.
Did that clarify anything, Letwin?
Ingabe lokho kukwazile ukuletha umqondo thize?
Yes, thank you, did.
Great. I am, as always, available for questions.
Ndikhona for imibuzo.
I may not be able to respond to them quickly, as sometimes I'm just not able to.
Andikwazi ke ukuphendula ngokukhawuleza ngale ndlela endingarhalela ukuphendula ngayo.
But please, if you have any questions, message me on WhatsApp.
Ndicela ke xa unombuzo uvele undithumelele wona phaa kuWhatsApp.
We've been going for a while, and to use the words of my Adventist upbringing, I don't want to weary the saints.
Ukusebenzisa amagama walabo bebekade bendifundisa ke bama-Adventist ukuthi andifuni ukhathaza abakhonzi kanye nami.
So I'll hand over back to Tina.
Ndizonikela kuwe ke Thina ke elixesha.